Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another Zoya haul. As you can tell from the title of this video, I picked up 11 Zoyas. I did it that way because if you spend $55 or more on the Zoya website, you can pay just $2 extra to get expedited shipping. And for whatever reason, maybe because I'm on the other side of the country, I don't know, but Zoya's packages take a really long time to get to me. And I'm impatient, so I decided to take that route, and there have been some polishes on my list for a while. Some of them I just recently added, as recently as my last haul, and some that have been on my list for a while. So let's just get into this because, like I said, I have 11 polishes to get through. First one I picked up is ALICIA. This is a very hyped polish, and for the longest time I did not understand why. I would see photos of it, and it looked like just another silver hollow to me, but somebody actually said in my comment section in my last haul video, I believe it was, that this isn't just a standard silver hollow. There's actually gold shimmer in this. I did not know that, and actually like a week after I had read that comment, somebody posted a photo of this that displayed that gold shimmer so well, and immediately it went on my list. Now I understand why people like it so much. It does have a thinner formula. It's one of Zoya's scattered hollows, and I find those typically have really good formulas. I needed 3 coats to build it up to full opacity. It was a really easy application, but it's just more sheer than any of the other scattered hollows that I have from them. I decided to pick up a white this go around. This is Genesis. I was originally going to pick up Aspen. It's very similar to this one. It just dries matte. I mean, they do look different. They're not dupes of one another, but my research told me that people don't really like the formula on Aspen. If you guys have it, let me know what you think, because I still am interested in picking it up, but I decided to go for Genesis because it seemed to be more popular. And actually, this was on my list back in January. I got in on another sale Zoya had back then. I never did a video. I never hauled any of them, but this one was on back order and it was going to hold up my entire order, and I was like, no thank you. I don't like waiting. I'm so impatient. So I just skipped it, but this go around I did go ahead and pick it up. It does have a kind of chunky formula. It reminds me a lot of Orly's Trendy. That is like a neon peachy pink, and it has these chunky clear crystal flakies in it. I think this has those clear crystal flakies in it too, but they're much smaller, and I think that's what's giving it its consistency. I did need, admittedly, for my nail length right now, I did need to apply 4 coats, but I feel like it was worth every coat. This is so pretty. As you may or may not know, I am on a mission to own all of the yellow Zoyas, which is not very difficult because they don't have too many. However, their new collection, their summer 2019 collection, Barefoot, does have a yellow, and I am so excited. I'm so excited about that. But the one that I added to my cart and actually purchased is Zoya's Jacqueline. This has been on my wish list for a very long time. Back in January 2017, Zoya was hosting a sale. I added this to my cart and I pulled it back out, and I've done the same thing over and over again until now. I finally told myself, just buy it already. You keep eyeing it, you keep putting it in your cart. It's time to just buy it. So I did. It's a very soft yellow. It's lighter than Sally Hansen's Mum's the Word, which is one of my favorite yellows. The formula on this is definitely not the greatest. I'm going to leave the cap on this one untwisted probably for about a week just so it can thicken up, because at this point it is a 4-coater on me. If I had shorter nails, I probably would only need 3, but at this point I do need 4. So I'm hoping that leaving this cap off or untwisted is going to help it in that way. I do that with all of my polishes that I kind of wish were a little thicker. It's just one of my favorite ways to thicken up polishes that are not as thick as I would like them to be. I went for 2 pinky shades. The first one I got is Laurel. I picked up Tulip back in January, and it's like Laurel but just in a peachier version. The formulas on both of these are like not the best. Admittedly, they're not the best, but again, I'm hoping through time that they will thicken up. I don't know that I'm going to leave the cap on this one untwisted. Maybe I will, I'm not really sure. There is some shimmer going on in this one. It's not real prominent on the nail, so I wouldn't say, oh my goodness, the shimmer on this is so gorgeous. It does add a little bit of something, but the only one that's going to notice is you when you're looking up closely at your nail. This is a 3-coater, not the worst formula from Zoya. Certainly not the best. Still, it's a beautiful color. It's a much warmer type of pink. There is a peach tinge to this, but it's not as peach as Tulip, which, like I said, I picked up back in January. The other one that I picked up is Mickey. I was just on their website and I was running the mouse over all of the boxes that Zoya has set up on their website, and I landed on this one, and that's how I decided to pick this one up, because I immediately thought it was just so pretty, so perfect for spring, for summer. And if you're like me, any time of the year, because I love wearing colors like this on my toes, it reminds me a lot of Zoya's Wendy, actually. And when I pulled it out of the package, I thought to myself, oh my goodness, is this the wrong polish? But it's not. There are some differences, very slight differences. If you're on a budget, I don't think you need both. Wendy is lighter and it doesn't have this kind of silver sheen to it. It kind of has the silver sheen in it that McKenna does, that Zoya released sometime last year. I can't remember what collection it was in, but it doesn't actually show up on the nail like I felt it does in McKenna. So this is basically just darker, and it does have a little bit of sheen to it, but again, you're probably going to be the only one to notice. The formula is great though. You can get it opaque in 2 coats. That's no different from Wendy. The next one I picked up is Cam. I was split between 3 oranges. There was Arizona, one that started with a J, I can't remember the name of it right now, and Cam. I went for Cam. Online, I feel like the swatches really show this neon orange, and in the bottle, it does not look neon. So I was a little bit confused, but sometimes color can kind of mess with cameras. But then I got it on my nail, and it looks like there might be some neon in this one. Maybe it's just the way it works against my skin tone. I don't know. It doesn't have a neon formula at all. I could get this fully opaque in 2 coats. So I'm curious if you guys have this. Does it look neon on you? Because this definitely looks neon on me. The last true yellow that I needed to get from Zoya, because I do have yellow golds and like a yellow gold texture polish. The last one I needed to get from them was Daisy. This is the one that I meant to pick up in my last order, but instead I put Darcy. The names are similar. They were both yellows. I got confused very easily, but I made sure to add it to my cart this go around. It's a soft yellow. It's not super light. It's certainly not as light as Jacqueline, as you can probably tell right here. But it has this beautiful gold shimmer in it. I'm not a green person in general, but man, I love this combination. It's so pretty. It's definitely different. I have not as many yellows as I would like to have in my collection, but this one definitely stands on its own because of that shimmer. It is beautiful. Blue is one of my favorite polish colors, and I realized when I was looking in my Zoya collection, I don't have very many blues from them, so I made sure to add a couple to my cart. The one that I have right here is Sia. This is a bright, bold type of blue. It's not an endless blue from Centerfold Colors by any means. It's certainly not a Pacific blue because there's not a purple tinge in this, but it's kind of bright. It reminds me of the printing on like casserole dishes, or, you know, actually thinking about it, it looks like the same color as my shirt when the light hits it. I really like this. The formula is what you would expect, I think. I went ahead and did 2 coats because I went in with a slightly very thin first coat, so there was some patching that I needed to cover up, but I think if you probably went in with a thicker first coat, you might be able to get away with it. It does have a thin formula, but it's at one of those thin opaque formulas. The next one I picked up is Natty. This is a steel type of denim-y blue. It actually reminds me of the base color in I Dream of Jean Genie for Wet n Wild. This is unfortunately discontinued. I really wish they would just bring it back, but Wet n Wild has stopped coming out with polishes. But I went for Natty because I was hoping that maybe this might be an alternative to it, because I only have 1 bottle. I gifted my backup, so I only have 1 bottle right now, and I was thinking that actually I could pair this with Polishes Goldsmith. I picked this up, I don't know, probably in January. I haven't hauled all of the polishes that I've picked up, so if you guys want to see some polishes that I've picked up since the new year that you haven't already seen, let me know and maybe I can do a video on that. But I think these 2 together are going to look gorgeous. I'm so excited to use them together. Natty is another Zoya with the great formula, opaque in 2 coats. I have just 2 more to share with you. Next up is Lotus. This is a dusty purple, but it has a strong contrasting shimmer in it. It looks maybe like a hot pink or maybe a red. I see some gold tones in there as well. I do think that that actually shows up on the nail. I was kind of split between getting this one and another one that was similar to the same shade, but I liked the shimmer in this one a lot more, so I went for it. Another good formula from Zoya. I mean, it is slightly more sheer than, say, the previous 2 that I talked about, but you can still get it opaque in 2 coats. I think it's just more sheer so that you can really see the shimmer in it. And the last one I got is the last scattered hollow that I needed to wrap up my scattered hollow collection. It's a black scattered hollow. It has those hollow flakies in there that I love so much. I just cannot get enough of the scattered hollow polishes from Zoya because they're so easy to remove. I say this every time I talk about them, but they don't remove like there's any glitter in them. They remove like a cream, and it impresses me every single time. I got this one opaque in 2 coats. It is a black, so I mean I kind of already expected that, but sometimes, like with ALICIA, I needed that 3rd coat, but with this one I certainly only needed 2. That is it. Those are the Zoyas that I picked up. If you guys got in on the sale, let me know what you picked up. Let me know what ended up being your favorite. Let me know your polish recommendations, because we all know Zoya's gonna have another sale soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!